Munchkins. Am I live? Please quickly confirm whether I'm live or not. Okay. Hello. Good evening to all of you. Okay, let me look at your comments. I don't know whether I'm live or not. Guys, come on, quickly tell me whether I'm live or not and I'm audible and visible or not. Okay. Hello, everyone. Okay, I can't see any comments. Okay, maybe there's some sort of an issue. Give me 1 second, guys, okay? Okay, yeah, I think it's working now. Okay, I can see comments. Okay, hello Abha, good evening. हाँ हाँ आभा क्यों नहीं? Why not? Hello everyone. Okay, thank you for the confirmation, जयंत. आज मुझे दोनों जयंत का confirmation काफी लेट आया है, तो मुझे पता ही नहीं चला कि दिख रहा है या नहीं दिख रहा है. Hello. ऋषभ, मुझे मिस किया था या you did not attend sessions yesterday, right? I took a session on YouTube and 2 test sessions on Unacademy application. Yeah, I remember you did not attend the classes. Okay. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and I welcome you all to my session. Hello. Hi, Munchkins. How are you all doing today? Are we all doing great and well? Thank you, Sairaj. Sairaj, did you watch the Poetic Devices session yesterday? And also, Sairaj, you did not join me in our session on Unacademy application, wherein I took a special class and I took a quiz on all the poetic devices. You should have definitely joined us there, because then I would have cleared all your doubts regarding all the poetic devices, because I revised everything in the special session, special class. Hello, Abhishek. Hello. Yes, it's definitely my favorite background. I love this background. अरे नहीं, एसके के साथ बोलो नहीं आभा, ये सब नहीं कर रहे हैं हम लोग. ओके, हाय जैन, गुड इवनिंग. नहीं, इयरिंग्स चोरी नहीं हुआ. आई एक्चुअली हैव माय इयरिंग्स राइट हियर विद मी. आई जस्ट फॉरगॉट टू वियर देम. कल तो मैम ऑनलाइन ही नहीं थी. क्यों मैम? अरे नहीं, बिल्कुल मैं ऑनलाइन थी. आप लोगों ने ध्यान नहीं दिया. मैं 100 बार बताया था कि भैया कल मैं 4:30 बजे सेशन लूंगी. आई डिड कम लाइव यस्टरडे पीपल. आई केम लाइव ऑन यूट्यूब एट 4:30 और फिर 3 बजे मैंने अनअकैडमी की एप्लीकेशन पर स्पेशल क्लास लिया था और 8:30 बजे मैंने अनअकैडमी की एप्लीकेशन पर स्पेशल क्लास लिया था. मैंने आप लोगों को 100 बार चिल्ला कर बताया था कि भैया इतने बजे क्लास है, कल ये सीन है, बट कोई सुनता ही नहीं है. अब मैं क्या करूँ? आप लोग अपनी बातों में लगे रहते हो, फिर बोलते हो कि मैम आप आई नहीं. ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. सो सॉरी गाइज. Yes, Sairaj, please follow me on Unacademy application, because आपने पूरा पोल क्विज मिस कर दिया. प्लीज उस पोल क्विज को देखिएगा, उसमें मैंने सब कुछ जो है दोबारा से समझाया है. ठीक है? ओके. All right, fine guys. So now that all of you are here in the session, let's talk about our session. So we are today going to revise the 100 dresses 1. Although let me tell you in the beginning itself that the 100 dresses 1 is connected to 100 dresses 2, and 100 dresses 2 will have a full-fledged session, okay? As in we will do all the character sketches in the 100 dresses 2, because that's when the story gets complete. All right. Now I have left this place by वाला. So आप में से कोई जल्दी से बताओ कि हमारा जो राइटर है वो कौन है. ई से उनका नाम स्टार्ट होता है. जल्दी से राइटर का नाम बताइए. टेल मी द ऑथर्स नेम हु हैज रिटन दिस चैप्टर. फटाफट फटाफट फटाफट. उनका सरनेम भी ई से है. एस्तोस. नाम बताओ. फर्स्ट नेम बता दीजिए जल्दी से मुझे. हेलो नवाबों की बस्ती. मैम आपकी एलर्जी ठीक है क्या? नहीं जयंत, इट्स स्टिल देयर. मैं आज पाउडर लगाना भूल गई. इट्स नॉट गेटिंग बेटर. आई माइट हैव टू विजिट अ डॉक्टर. आई डोंट नो. होपफुली इट विल गेट बेटर. यस. ट्रू. ओके. फाइनली बच्चे नाम दे रहे हैं. सारे बच्चे जल्दी से मेरे को नाम लिख के दो. बी क्विक. जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी. या आई एम लुकिंग एट द कमेंट्स. गाइस ई से नाम है. आप लोग कुछ अलग लिख रहे हो. मैं आज ही की टुटिया तारा. ये क्या चल रहा है अभिषेक? यार तुम लोग ये अलग अलग स्पेलिंग क्यों लिख रहे हो? Guys, the writer of the story is Eleanor Estes. Okay, it is Eleanor Estes. ठीक है. ओके फाइन. लेट्स मूव ऑन. तो हम लोग वन शॉट रिविजन करेंगे हमारे 100 ड्रेसेस का. और उससे पहले जो है हम लोग फटाफट से हमारा जो ऑफर है अनअकैडमी के वो देख लेते हैं. तो बच्चा आप लोगों को पता है कि भैया आप लोगों का क्या है यहाँ पर. संडे को कॉम्बैट टेस्ट है. इस संडे जो है हमारा बच्चा क्या है, राखी है. सो राखी के महोत्सव पर सुबह 11 बजे आप लोगों का कॉम्बैट है, जिसमें मतलब राखी पे आपको पता है गिफ्ट विफ्ट करते हैं एक दूसरे को चीजें. तो हम अनअकैडमी जो है आपको स्कॉलरशिप्स गिफ्ट कर रहे हैं इस राखी. सो गाइस प्लीज मेक श्योर कि आप लोग राखी पर जो है जल्दी से जाकर सुबह 11 बजे अपना स्कॉलरशिप वाला टेस्ट जरूर लें. है ना, सुबह 11 बजे जो है आप लोग का ये टेस्ट है बोथ 9th एंड 10th क्लासेस के लिए. और आप लोग ये कोड भी लगाइएगा SSIN10. ये कोड लगाकर आपको क्या है अनअकैडमी एप्लीकेशन पर आना है और यहाँ पर आकर जल्दी से अपना कॉम्बैट अटेम्प्ट करना है. ठीक है. ऑल्सो इस संडे हमारा क्लास नहीं होगा. ठीक है, राखी के महोत्सव पर छुट्टी है. गॉट इट? ओके फाइन. आगे चलते हैं भैया. 9th क्लास के बच्चों के लिए फ्रीडम टू लर्न ऑफर है, जिसमें आप 2 इयर्स का क्लास 9 का सब्सक्रिप्शन लेंगे तो आपको फ्री IIT JEE और नीट फाउंडेशन एंड NTSE सब्सक्रिप्शन मिलेगा. 40% ऑफ आपको सब्सक्रिप्शन प्राइस पर मिलेगा. सो गो फॉर दिस गाइस. इसको जो है इग्नोर नहीं करिएगा. 31 अगस्त को ये खत्म हो जाएगा एंड दिस इज एन अमेजिंग ऑफर. इतना अच्छा ऑफर बच्चे बार बार नहीं आता है. अगस्त जो है हमारा काफी अच्छा महीना है. इंडिपेंडेंस डे, राखी और बहुत सारे त्योहार आते हैं. सो इसलिए ये जो है पूरा अगस्त चलेगा, लेकिन आप अगस्त में खत्म हो जाएगा और अगस्त में खत्म होने में सिर्फ 10 डेज हैं. सो जल्दी से जाकर और सारे के सारे ऑफर्स ले लीजिए. एंड गाइज ये हमारा जो प्लान है ये मंडे को खत्म हो रहा है हमारा कॉम्बो ऑफर. तो मंडे से खत्म होने से पहले पहले इसको फटाफट से ले लो यार. है ना, क्यों इतनी कंजूसी कर रहे हो? क्यों आप लोगों को अपने फ्यूचर का चिंता नहीं है क्या? जल्दी से जाकर 1 ईयर का CBSE कोर्स खरीद लीजिए. साथ में 20% आपको ऑफ मिल जाएगा 2 ईयर के IIT JEE और नीट UG कोर्स पर. क्लास 9 के बच्चों के लिए 2 ईयर CBSE 25% फ्लैट ऑफ. तो अगर आप किसी 9th के बच्चे को जानते हैं तो उसको भी दिला दीजिए. साथ ही साथ बच्चा अगर आप SSIN10 मेरा कोड डालेंगे तो आपको उसके साथ भी क्या मिलेगा, ऑफ मिल जाएगा. ठीक है. सो मतलब ऑफ बहुत सारा डिस्काउंट मिल रहा है. अगस्त का महीना बड़ा पावन महीना है तो जल्दी से जाकर इसमें ले लीजिए. मेगा ऑफर भी बच्चा हमारा मंडे को खत्म हो जाएगा. इसमें क्या होता है आपको हम लोग एक्स्ट्रा मंथ्स जो देते हैं वो फ्री मंथ्स देते हैं. इन फ्री मंथ्स में आप लोग आराम से अपनी पढ़ाई कर सकते हो फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट एकदम. है ना, तो अगर आप 18 मंथ्स का पैक हमसे खरीदते हो तो 2 मंथ्स आपको अनअकैडमी की तरफ से फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट मिलते हैं, जिसका मतलब है कि अनअकैडमी उनका जो है बेयर करेगा एक्सपेंसेस. सो 2 मंथ्स आपको CBSE सब्सक्रिप्शन फ्री मिलता है और 2 मंथ्स आपको क्रिएटिव कॉर्नर सब्सक्रिप्शन भी फ्री मिलता है. ऐसे अगर आप लोग 24 मंथ्स खरीदते हो तो आपको 28 मंथ्स इन टोटल मिलते हैं और साथ ही साथ क्रिएटिव कॉर्नर सब्सक्रिप्शन भी फ्री मिलता है. सो जल्दी से जाइए गाइस, फटाफट से जाकर खरीद लीजिए वरना ऑफर खत्म हो जाएगा और आप लोग बस हाथ मलते रह जाओगे. और साथ ही साथ हमारा इनअप्रोप्रिएट वाला भी चल रहा है अभी, बग्स बाउंटी, जिसमें अगर आपको किसी भी एजुकेटर की वीडियो में कुछ इनअप्रोप्रिएट कंटेंट लगता है, कुछ गलत कंटेंट लगता है तो आप इसको रिपोर्ट कर सकते हैं. जो भी फर्स्ट रिपोर्ट करेगा उसको प्राइज भी मिल सकता है. ठीक है. उसके अलावा बच्चा पाजी प्लस सब्सक्रिप्शन है आपका. प्लस सब्सक्रिप्शन में आपको भाई इंडिया में जितने टॉप एजुकेटर्स हैं आप नाम लीजिए और वो टॉप एजुकेटर आपको अनअकैडमी प्लेटफॉर्म पर मिलेगा और आपके अपने प्लस कोर्स के साथ मिलेगा। आपको अनलिमिटेड एक्सेस मिलता है सारे कोर्सेज का, सिर्फ अपने ही कोर्स का नहीं जो आपने खरीदा है, सारे कोर्सेज का अनलिमिटेड एक्सेस मिलता है ना। स्टडी मटेरियल आपको सारा एकदम भर भर के अपन लोग देते हैं पीडीएफ फॉर्मेट में, आपको प्रैक्टिस टेस्ट सारा मिलता है, लाइव टेस्ट सीरीज सारी मिलती है, बैच कोर्सेज आपको अपना अलग से मिलता है बैच जिसमें आपके हिसाब से पढ़ाई होती है, और आपको बहुत सारे टेस्ट जो है वो देने को ऑप्शन मिलता है, क्योंकि आपका देखो नवंबर दिसंबर में एग्जाम्स भी आ रहे तो है ना, कृपया करके थोड़ा ध्यान लगा लो, जल्दी से अनअकैडमी का सब्सक्रिप्शन खरीद लो यार। SSIN10 हम लोग बहुत ज्यादा डिस्काउंट्स दे रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छे अच्छे ऑफर दे रहे हैं आप लोगों को, अभी भी नहीं खरीदोगे तो कब खरीदोगे, राइट। सो प्लीज गो फॉर दीज ड्यूरेशन, 1000 से भी कम प्राइस है पर मंथ, और साथ ही साथ आइकॉनिक सब्सक्रिप्शन है, तो अगर किसी को सही में IAS वाईएस से भी ऊपर बनने का है, कुछ लेजेंडरी कर दिखाने का है, एकदम टॉपर बनने का है, तो वो आइकॉनिक सब्सक्रिप्शन जरूर ले, क्योंकि आइकॉनिक सब्सक्रिप्शन में हम लोग बच्चा आपको एक पर्सनल मेंटोर कराते हैं, ये अनअकैडमी की तरफ से आपके पर्सनलाइज्ड एंड कस्टमाइज्ड सब्सक्रिप्शन पैकेज में है, जिसमें आपके हिसाब से हम आपका स्केड्यूल प्लान करके देते हैं, आपके पेरेंट्स के साथ बात करके आपका स्केड्यूल अच्छे से प्लान होता है, आपका वीकली रिपोर्ट कार्ड हम लोग बना कर देते हैं, लाइव डाउट सॉल्विंग देते हैं, ऑल बेनिफिट्स ऑफ अनअकैडमी देते हैं, वी प्रोवाइड यू एवरीथिंग दैट यू कैन एवर ड्रीम ऑफ। सो प्लीज गो फॉर द आइकॉनिक सब्सक्रिप्शन, अगेन इट्स नॉट एट ऑल महंगा, इट्स वेरी अफोर्डेबल गाइस, 10% ऑफ जो है आपको मिलता है मेरे कोड के साथ, तो और भी ज्यादा ऑफ हो जाता है, एंड आपके स्पेशल क्लास भी जो है उसके बहुत अच्छे अच्छे फीचर्स हैं, आप लोग मिस कर रहे हैं। अगर आप लोग अनअकैडमी पर नहीं गए हैं अब तक, एप्लीकेशन आपने नहीं डाउनलोड करी है, तो प्लीज चाहिए एप्लीकेशन डाउनलोड करिए, SSIN10 कोड डालिए, इनवाइट कोड, और साथ ही आपको जो है बहुत सारी नई नई चीजें मिल जाएंगी, ठीक है, अनअकैडमी एप्लीकेशन पे, और आप लोग फ्री की स्पेशल क्लास जो है वो बिल्कुल अटेंड कर सकते हैं। अब कोई भी जो है अनअकैडमी पर सब्सक्राइब कर सकता है बच्चा, इंस्टॉलमेंट्स के वाया आप लोग पे कर सकते हो, और इंस्टॉलमेंट्स के आप लोग कैसे भागीदार बनोगे, 12 मंथ से ऊपर का सब्सक्रिप्शन लेना है, जीरो कॉस्ट EMI का ऑप्शन आपको अवेलेबल हो जाएगा, SSIN10 आपको कोड डालना है ताकि आप आराम से इंस्टॉलमेंट्स में पे कर सकें, ठीक है। सो अनअकैडमी का आस्क डाउट फीचर आप लोग बिल्कुल यूज कर सकते हैं, आप अनलिमिटेड डाउट्स पूछ सकते हैं, किसी भी टाइम पूछ सकते हैं, आपको हम एक वीडियो सॉल्यूशन ला कर देंगे कैसे यूज करना है फीचर को। आस्क डाउट फीचर पे क्लिक करिए, सारे की पिक्चर लीजिए अपने डाउट की, पिक्चर लेने के बाद उसको अपलोड करिए, अपलोड करने के बाद उसका सब्जेक्ट चूज करिए, और सब्जेक्ट चूज करने के बाद हम पर छोड़ दीजिए, हम लोग फटाफट से आपको एक बहुत अच्छा डिटेल्ड वीडियो सॉल्यूशन उसका लाकर देंगे, ठीक है। So do not post multiple doubts in a single image and do not post handwritten questions. ये हमारी दो आपसे रिक्वेस्ट हैं ताकि हम लोग आराम से आपकी हेल्प कर सकें, ठीक है। ओके, सो नाउ लेट मी कम बैक हियर। सो एनीवन, किसी का भी कोई डाउट है जो आप चाहते हो कि मैं आगे बढ़ने से पहले क्लियर कर दूं, तो अगर कोई भी आपका ऐसा डाउट है तो प्लीज लेट मी नो गाइस, अगर डाउट नहीं है तो हम लोग आगे चल सकते हैं। आई एम मेंटी कब होगा, ये देखो भैया मेंटी के लोग आ गए, भैया मेंटी कल होगा, कल फ्राइडे है, टुमारो इज मेंटी डे, ओके, टुमारो वी विल हैव भर भर के मेंटी। अभी के लिए कोई मुझे बताइए, अगर कोई डाउट है तो आप मैम, आप अनअकैडमी 9th 10th पे नहीं, मैं अनअकैडमी 9th and 10th एक्सपर्ट्स इस चैनल पर हूँ यूट्यूब पर। मैम जी मन भरिया 2.0 सुन लिया क्या? यस ऋषभ सुन लिया मैंने, मन भरिया इज एक्चुअली माय फेवरेट सॉन्ग, पंजाबी सॉन्ग, और वो गाना मतलब मेरे दिल में बसा हुआ एकदम, एंड उसका सेकंड वर्जन वाज गुड आल्सो, बट आई थिंक नथिंग कैन बीट द फर्स्ट वर्जन ऑन द वीडियो ऑफ इट। ओके, गुड इवनिंग फॉरबी, हेलो। सो ठीक है, अगर किसी बच्चे को कोई डाउट नहीं है, सो लेट्स बिगिन। So first of all, we will discuss what this chapter is about, okay, and what this chapter shows us. All right, so let's begin. You can see there are a lot of dresses in the picture behind me, and that's what the chapter is about. The chapter is about all of these dresses, okay. All right, let's see what is the chapter all about. The chapter exhibits the differential treatment received by Polish community at a school, okay. तो ये जो मैम चैप्टर का पार्ट 2 कब होगा सैयद, इस चैप्टर का पार्ट 2 जो है वो हम लोग मोस्ट प्रोबेबली सैटरडे को करेंगे, ओके। आर वी डन? Yeah, Rishabh. So I started watching Shersha and I don't even want to talk about that movie. So we are not going there. Okay? Okay, let's come back here. So this chapter exhibits the differential treatment received by Polish community at a school. Okay. So we are talking about these kids, this family which belongs to Polish community, and this family faces discriminatory treatment in the school. The other children make fun of their unfamiliar names and their poverty, and the Polish descent kids try to keep a tight grip on their self respect. So, what do the other kids do with these Polish community kids, with Wanda and Jake? These other kids make fun of their unfamiliar names, their very awkward, weird names, their long names, and they also somehow end up making fun of their poverty, their class status, their social status. And the Polish descent kids, as in Wanda and Jake, who are from Polish descent, what do these kids try to do? They don't fight back, right? They don't stand for themselves. They just try to stay out of trouble, keep their heads low, and be unnoticed or be not noticeable, right? So they try to keep a tight grip on their self respect by just being unnoticeable. The chapter also deals with the students' inability to make friends and their inability to stand up against their humiliation. So obviously the chapter shows us how these kids that have unfamiliar names are unable to make any friends in their school, and how they are also unable to stand against their humiliation. The chapter also shows other parties and their guilt, their realization of their own timidity, and a great character development and analysis of all the parties involved. So the chapter is not only about just one party, the chapter is about all the parties involved. It's about Peggy, it's about Maddie, it's about Wanda. And the chapter also shows character development of each of its characters, right? So the story is a very well written story and it ties all loose ends more or less, and it shows great character development for each of the characters. So the story is actually a very good story. Okay, and it tells us how in American society racism and discriminatory practices on the basis of ethnicity, race, etc. are still prevalent. Okay, and they are prevalent, they are just rampant. Okay, so any doubts, guys? Let me know if there are any doubts. If there aren't, then we can move on. Mansi, yes, I remember you. Where have you been? Ma'am, ये पर पढ़ी की जगह oh, okay. So I am not reading comments. I don't know what's happening in the comments, but whatever you guys are talking about, please focus here so that we can move on. All right? No doubts, ma'am. Okay, so Abha seems to be listening to me very carefully. Thank you so much, Abha. So if Abha doesn't have any doubts, then I think I should move on. Okay. All right, fine. Then I'll just move on. So now, see, you can see like there are a lot of dresses here, right? And you could think of this as a wardrobe for someone who is rich and lives a lavish lifestyle, lives a superfluous lifestyle, right? And this is honestly what the story is about. It's about a superfluous lifestyle. It's about saving your neck. It's about humiliating other people because of their ethnicity, and also because you may think of them as being dumb people, or just everything. Like this involves everything. This also involves a rich kid complex, so to say. Like the rich kids are very rude and are just not good, but they think of themselves as being good, right? So they say that rich kids are spoiled brats, and you could think of Peggy as one. Okay, so you can understand that this may be Peggy's wardrobe, right? Because Peggy is rich and Peggy has a lot of beautiful dresses. Peggy has beautiful curly hair, and she's a beautiful girl. So this must be Peggy's rich wardrobe filled with different dresses, right? But on the other hand, Wanda is our another side protagonist, and Wanda is poor and she belongs from the Polish community, right? So she is an immigrant and she is poor and she does not have any dresses. She has only one dress that she wears to school each and every day. That is a blue faded dress, and that dress does not hang right even though it's ironed properly. Okay, so that is what Wanda wears. Ma'am, what is the meaning of scuffling of fest? फेस्ट नहीं है सैयद, स्कफलिंग ऑफ फीट है. स्कफलिंग का मतलब कि पैर जो है बस इधर उधर रगड़ रहे हैं, ऐसे ऐसे खिसक खिसक के चल रहे हैं. दैट्स जस्ट स्कफलिंग ऑफ फीट. Shabby but clean, exactly Abha. Wanda's dress is shabby but clean. Okay. मैम ये पैगी का कबर्ड की फोटो है क्या? मैं वही बता रही हूँ अभिषेक, सुन लो, ये पैगी का कबर्ड नहीं है, ये हाँ सॉरी हाँ, यही पैगी के कबर्ड की फोटो है. Yeah, Peggy sent me the photo, so I put the photo here. Okay, she has her different shoes, her different bags, her different dresses, different mufflers, everything. Okay, all right, fine. So let's move on. Okay, so we're first of all discussing the summary. The story is about a quiet and shy girl named Wanda Petronsky. She is a Polish immigrant who had come to America with her family. She attended school with American children who found her name to be strange and probably the weirdest in the classroom. Obviously, Wanda's full name is Wanda Petronsky. Even if you think of Wanda Maximoff, they are both very weird names, and in this way, they think that Wanda is a weird girl. Plus, she's also very quiet and shy, so she does not make friends easily. This is because they all had easier names. So everyone else in the classroom had easier names, right? They were named Tom, they were named Peggy, Maddie, right? There was this other kid who was named Billy Bounds. So his name was also really funny. But Wanda's name was the one that was weird and different. She was poor and was always seen wearing a faded blue dress, which was shabby but clean, and it did not hang right. So you should know the description of her faded blue dress, because this is now not the faded blue dress, but this is the famous blue dress worn by Wanda Petronsky. Her classmates teased her because she claimed to have 100 dresses all lined up in her closet, albeit always being seen wearing one. So the fact here is, and what the story is based on, the story is based on the fact that Peggy, Maddie, and other girls together would tease Wanda and ask her continuously as to how many dresses she had lined up in her closet, and Wanda would reply to that question by saying that she had 100 dresses all lined up in her closet, although she was only always wearing one dress, and that one dress being her faded blue dress. The ones who mainly teased her were the two best friends, Peggy and Maddie. Peggy was the most famous girl in school, while anyone barely knew Wanda. So who were the two chief clever clogs, so to say? The chief mischievous girls were Peggy and Maddie. And we know by now that Peggy was the one that was more or less to blame. Maddie was a coward. So that is why she could not stand up, even though she wanted to stand beside Wanda and help her out of that murky situation. Okay? All right. Peggy and Maddie. Yes, Sairaj. Absolutely correct. Yes, Abha. Yes. Closet matlab cupboard. Yes, Sairaj. Closet matlab cupboard. Hello, Rishabh. I'm doing great. How have you been? Okay, let me see whether there are any other doubts. Immigrant मतलब, okay. साइराज, इमिग्रेंट का मतलब होता है वो लोग जो दूसरी कंट्री से अपनी कंट्री, मतलब जैसे किसी और कंट्री से आप किसी और कंट्री के रहने वाले हो और आप किसी और कंट्री में जा रहे हो, सो आप उस कंट्री में जाकर इमिग्रेंट कहलाओगे क्योंकि आप दूसरी कंट्री से आए हो. ठीक है? Okay. I don't think there are any more doubts. All right, fine. ठीक है, आगे चलते हैं. Peggy and Maddie used to wait for Wanda before school, even if it meant getting late. So our chapter starts with a very intriguing sentence, right? That today was Monday and Wanda was not in school. And then there was Tuesday and Wanda was still not in school. And then on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie noticed that Wanda was not in school because they had waited for her before the school was scheduled to begin. And they kept waiting and waiting, and Wanda never showed. So this is how our chapter began. So we know that Peggy and Maddie noticed Wanda's absence on Wednesday. So Maddie, a poor girl herself, did not like when Peggy made fun of Wanda. So now obviously things escalated in the chapter, but we understood that Wanda was a shy girl. She used to sit at the back corner of the class, and that is most probably because she used to come walking from Boggins Heights, which was a place that had a lot of mud, and so her shoes were caked with mud, and that's why she used to sit at the back corner of class, right? And we know that she didn't laugh much. She only gave sometimes a smile or a crooked smile. She never talked to anybody, right? So she was a loner kind of a girl, and she did not really make any friends or even initiate any conversation with anyone. She used to stay very quiet and very shy. All right. So she feared that she could be next. So now Maddie did not like that Peggy used to make fun of Wanda because Wanda was poor herself, and Maddie was poor herself as well. And so Maddie could relate with Wanda, but she could never really stand up for Wanda because she was scared of being the next girl that would be teased, okay, because of poverty. And she was scared because obviously Peggy used to give her clothes, sort of second hand clothes to Maddie to wear, okay. So that secret would be out in the open if Peggy starts teasing Maddie. She wanted Peggy to stop making fun of Wanda, but could not summon courage to face her as she feared she would lose her best friend, right? So why was Maddie Peggy's best friend? She was Peggy's best friend because Peggy was the most popular girl in the school, and she was very rich. She was beautiful. She had curly hair, and she used to wear beautiful dresses. However, Peggy's intention was never to hurt Wanda, but she was curious as to why Wanda had to lie that she had 100 dresses in her closet. So now this is the catch in the chapter, that even though Peggy was humiliating Wanda day and night, she never really wanted to hurt Wanda. She was only curious to know why Wanda was lying, right? That was her only intention when she was teasing Wanda about her poverty, but she could never reach the solution. So what we see here is Peggy being confused. And we also know that Peggy was a kind girl. She was not exactly a spoiled brat. She was not exactly an inhumane girl or a bully. She was actually against bullies, and she used to cry when she used to see an animal being mistreated, or she used to save little kids from bullies. So she was generally a very kind person, but in case of Wanda, she came up with really lame excuses, right? So she was just not a mature girl. This is what we had discussed while we were actually discussing this chapter in detail. Okay. मैम वांदा ने आवाज क्यों नहीं उठाई? अभिषेक, well, Wanda was honestly speaking for herself, right? She was sort of saying the half truth, and that half truth to her was an answer to everyone, right? So this was her way of standing up for herself. Peggy is only make fun of Wanda. Peggy is nahi, Peggy only makes fun of Wanda hoga Corby. Okay, anyone else? मैम मैंने ये चैप्टर पढ़ा तो मुझे लगा कि पैगी बहुत अकड़ू है और अमीर घर की है, किसी बात से उसे कोई मतलब नहीं है. Not exactly, Sairaj, not exactly. We know that Peggy used to care for little kids who were being bullied. She used to stand up against bullies. We know that she used to care for animals. So Peggy was not actually a bad person. She just was not mature enough to understand the consequences of her actions. Her curiosity overtook her and she started humiliating Wanda in ways that she shouldn't have. Okay, so that was sort of a misjudgment on Peggy's part, but that cannot really speak volumes about her character because we have been giving some nullifying instances as to Peggy's goodness. As to Peggy's evil behavior, right? We have been shown her goodness and her kindness and her generosity as well. मैम मैजी का yes yes Abhishek, मैजी का दूसरा नाम was Madeline. Okay. Ma'am, did Maddie like Peggy and why she continued to be the friend of Peggy? So, Abha, I think Maddie in one way or the other was definitely attracted to Peggy. And even though she was ready by the end of the chapter to stand against Peggy, she couldn't have. She believed that Peggy was the popular girl and so she could never be wrong. So, yes, she did like Peggy. She was obviously a friend of convenience, right? This friendship was sort of a transaction, but she also liked Peggy. Maddie did like Peggy. Okay. Yeah, Abhishek. I mean, but that's not the chapter, right? The chapter is what the writer makes of it, right? Ma'am, who was Peggy? Ayush, Peggy was the rich girl who was teasing Wanda. ICSE stuff. No, I'm not reading charts. I mean, I was not reading charts, but I'm reading them now. Okay, I hope I haven't missed any other comments. Yes, Sana. Wanda was very quiet and read. Absolutely correct. Absolutely. Okay, all right. Why Wanda lied about 100 dresses? Ayush, it was not actually a lie. She did have 100 dresses lined up in her closet. Maybe she did not really clarify her statement. So you could say this was a half truth. Okay. Sairaj, Maddie ko agar buga, because she was a coward. See, that's what has been very clearly written in the chapter that Maddie herself thought that she was a coward, right? And she definitely was a timid person. She had her own compunctions about it. Ma'am, Maddie was more, definitely Abhishek. Maddie was more sensible than Peggy. Okay, guys, listen to me. So you have doubts and we will clear those doubts, but I will ask you when you have doubts, okay? After covering every slide, I will ask you whether you have doubts or not, and then you can send all of your doubts because right now I have to scroll upwards and look for doubts. So I will not be doing the next time. The next time, please wait till I complete making you understand the slide and then we can go on and discuss your doubts, okay? All right, fine. Okay, let us move on. I don't see any more doubts, so I will just move on. Ma'am, Nutan Mahajan ji, are you? I forgot first of all who you were, but then I'm not ignoring you. I just saw your comment for the first time. Okay, all right, fine. Let's move on. So I think these can be all the three girls. So I did not want to take this away. This could be Peggy also, you know. This could be Maddie also, and this could be Wanda also. Like all the three girls fit this particular expression because at one point or another in the story, they were definitely coming up with this expression. Okay. Rishabh, I like long earrings. Okay, then. So now truth about the 100 dresses is unveiled on the result day of the drawing competition. The room was lined with 100 drawings portraying different dresses, each so beautiful that day She truly had 100 dresses all lined up, but in the classroom. At that moment, Peggy and Maddie, who were awestruck, realized the theory of 100 dresses and felt guilty about having treated her badly. So we know that there was a drawing competition that was going to be held, and we know that Maddie was thinking of writing a note to Peggy about, stop and ask her to stop teasing Wanda, but she decides against it because she's a damn coward. And then she starts thinking about the drawing competition, and then she thinks that obviously Peggy is going to win because she is the best drawing artist that the class had ever seen. And then finally the truth is revealed, and Wanda still does not show up to the school. And finally we learn that Wanda gave all of her 100 dresses as entries for this competition, and she won the competition, and all of her 100 dresses were lined up in room 13 for all the students to look at and admire. And everyone was awestruck because of her drawings, because they were beautiful drawings. They were detailed, and they were almost like a fashionista, designer drawings. Okay, so that's what we understood here. So obviously, then Peggy and Maddie both understood the whole concept behind 100 dresses all lined up. Okay, fine. So now we have understood the chapter and the summary of it. Okay. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me now, and then we will move on and discuss the question answers. Okay. Guys, so I'm now looking at the comments. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Abhishek, I don't want to stoop so low to ask anyone to stop commenting anything. I think people should have enough common sense to know when to comment what, and if they don't, well, it's not really in my power to make them stop, right? Ma'am, what is the meaning of hopscotch? I knew it. This is why I put this word here. The meaning of hopscotch is stapu. लड़कियां स्टापू खेलती है ना, उसको hopscotch कहते हैं इंग्लिश में. ठीक है, and this game is important here because the girls were playing hopscotch when our Peggy tries to tease Wanda, and all of these girls come to Peggy, and then Peggy starts teasing Wanda in front of all of these girls. Okay, so hopscotch is important here. We know who Maddie was, we know who Peggy was, and we know who Wanda was. Okay. Okay, Nutan, bye bye. Okay, any other doubts, guys? There is no doubt. Fine. All right. So, if there are no doubts, let's just move on. I think this girl is perfectly Peggy, because Peggy behaves in the same manner throughout both the stories, honestly. Right? So, we have read 100 Dresses 1, we have read 100 Dresses 2, and in both the stories, she behaves in the exact same manner. Her expression, her body language, everything goes on in the same way. Okay. Children, yes, yes, yes. Ma'am, in this chapter, there is discrimination in boys and girls. Well, Abhishek, that is the way of life, so to say, in this world. And that should change, obviously. Ma'am, did Peggy was mature enough to understand the secret behind 100 dresses? Yes, yes, Abha. I think Peggy definitely understood the secret behind 100 dresses. That is why she went on to meet Wanda in Boggins Heights, right? She went there to apologize to Wanda. So she definitely understood the logic behind the 100 dresses. Okay. Ma'am, she's like Amanda also. Yes, yes, Prakriti, definitely. So let's start doing the question answers. We have about 20 minutes left. Yeah, Abhishek, they can definitely make dresses. That is already a question here, so let's not go there, okay? All right, fine. So question number one, what according to room 13 was unusual about Wanda? So guys, I think this is a very easy question. I expect Godspeed answers. Tell me what was unusual about Wanda. Abhishek, I will answer your question. This is already a question in these questions, so just be patient, okay? Come on, guys. What was unusual about Wanda? Okay. I'm still waiting for the answers. What was unusual about Wanda, people? Okay. Wanda's name was yeah. Okay. Wanda had a different and difficult name. She didn't have any friends. She came to school alone and went home alone. She always wore a faded blue. Exactly. So I think Sayyad's answer is perfectly all right. So this is a full-fledged answer, and I absolutely adore your answer, Sayyad. This is completely correct. Yes. So Wanda's name was unusual. Wanda's secrecy about, her person was unusual. Wanda was shy. She was quiet. She never tried to make any friends. Wanda was being teased by other kids. Wanda's definitely name was unusual, right? And Wanda most probably lived at Boggins Heights or way beyond Boggins Heights. So that was unusual about her as well. And Wanda sat at the back corner of the class. That was unusual also. Everything about Wanda was unusual. Yes, definitely. Okay, yeah, she did not have any friends. She went home alone. Okay. I feel distracted just because of K drama and attractions towards what the hell. Okay, all right. Let's move on to the next question. Briefly justify Peggy's popularity. So I think there is no need to answer this one. You guys already know this. Peggy's popularity's source was her wealth and her beauty and her manner of let's say rich people. She had curly hair. She had beautiful dresses. So she was in totality a very rich kid, and that's what summed up her popularity. Okay. Yes. Definitely Prakriti. Definitely. Yes, Sayed. Yes, she was kind of, yeah. Okay. All right, let's move on. Why was Wanda's claim to 100 dresses incongruent with what she wore to school most days? Again, very easy question. Wanda claimed to have 100 questions. Incongruent का मतलब not equal to. ठीक है? तो वांडा जो क्लेम करती थी कि भैया मेरे पास 100 ड्रेसेस हैं वो इक्वल नहीं था जो वो पहनती थी उसके साथ सो ऑब्वियसली इक्वल नहीं था भैया बिकॉज मोस्ट डेज she would wear that one faded blue dress and which was ironed but did not hang properly and it was shabby but clean, right? So it was a very I don't think that that dress was really cool. It was obviously old. Okay. Yes, because of her fame and beauty and her wealth, Corby. Her wealth was the first attribute. Okay, next question. Wanda and Maddie often visited for Wanda. Okay, यहाँ पर Wanda नहीं आएगा, यहाँ पर Peggy आएगा, guys. So Peggy and Maddie often waited for Wanda to have fun with her. How was this concept of fun different from how we commonly know it? Well, obviously they were having fun for themselves, but they were teasing Wanda, right? They were teasing Wanda, they were humiliating her. They were humiliating her and they were mocking her. So their fun came at the cost of Wanda's self-respect. This is what it means. Clear? Okay, they were bullying Wanda because of her. Because of whom, Abha? Okay. Ma'am, Peggy was not really cruel girl. She was a pretty girl. She was the most popular girl. Yeah, Sana. Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. So we're done with this question as well. I think it would be clear to you by now. Okay, all right. So, Peggy, and so see, you need to first explain the concept of fun as you understand and as you understand it. The concept of fun means that you're just enjoying whatever you're doing, and it is amusing you, and it is also enjoyable for other people around you, right? It's not something that you're doing for yourself and it is hurting others' sentiments. That's not something that you would call fun. So this fun was very different from the casual, usual fun that people generally have. This fun was aimed towards hurting Wanda. This fun meant that they were teasing Wanda, they were humiliating her, and they were mocking her. So their fun came at the cost of Wanda's self-respect, definitely. Okay. ठीक है, आगे चलते हैं. Fine. This fun is not something which hurts some. Exactly, Abha. Okay. Then if you want to write this down, please write this down. This is a very good point. I think I should get to this side. Yeah. So if you want to write this down, please write this down. This is a very good point. Oh no, I got to the opposite side. I should be at this side. I think, yeah, now it's fine. Yeah. All right, fine. Okay, let's move on to the next question now. So, the next question says, Wanda was not only different from the other students of her class, but even from the other students at the back of the class where she sat. Explain how. So again, this is a very easy question. See, we know that the backbenchers were sort of rowdy kids, right? The backbenchers were troublemakers, rowdy kids, They joked a lot and laughed out loud. But obviously, Wanda was complete opposite. So this is how Wanda was different. Okay. Backbenchers also score bad marks. Well, Khushbu, yeah, you could say so. And we really don't know what kind of marks Wanda scored. So we cannot judge her on that. Okay, and everybody who is spamming, please stop spamming. Yeah, you're really disturbing the class right now. Okay, fine. Wanda, session designer, part 100. What? Abhishek, I do not understand what you're saying. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The drawing and coloring contest involved girls designing dresses and boys designing motorboards. Option A. Does it reveal any common perception about girls and boys? Well, this was definitely sexist, right? And it does reveal a common perception that boys are supposed to be this masculine figure and they're supposed to, be engineers and stuff, and girls are supposed to play dress up with dolls, and they're supposed to be interested in dresses and makeup and stuff. So yeah, it was definitely a very sexist perception, and you can justify it very easily. What do you feel about the same? Well, we feel the same about it. Exactly same. Okay, whatever we have written here, we feel the exactly same. Okay. So anyone else who wants to put in their 2 cents and talk about the stark difference between girls designing dresses and boys designing motorboats? We did discuss this difference when we were discussing this chapter in detail, didn't we? Wanda designer hona chahiye. Yeah, Abhishek. That we did discuss. Okay, hi Shavni. Yeah, so anyone else who wants to put in their 2 cents, or shall I just move on to the next question? Gender equality. Yes, Lyrical Hub. True. True. There should be gender equality. There should be freedom to submit whatever drawings one wants to submit, especially in a drawing competition, right? Or there should be just one topic for everyone. So definitely there should be gender equality when it comes to the topic of the drawing contest. Yes, that's good point, Lyrical Hub. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next question. Why does the reaction of the two girls at the announcement of Wanda's name as the winner of the girls' medal tell us about them? Well, that they were surprised for sure, right? They were surprised. They were awestruck by her drawings. Awestruck means that they were in awe of her drawings, right? So they were surprised, they were awestruck, and they definitely realized Wanda's potential. Realized Wanda's truth and potential. These are some of the points that you can put here. If you have any other point that you want to put in here, and you can let me know and we can involve it here if it suits the answer. India में भी है हम तो answer India. Yeah, Abhishek, definitely you can. Peggy and Maddie reacted in a positive manner. They did not envy Wanda. Yes, definitely. That is a good point, Sayed. They did not envy Wanda. They were very supportive. They realized Wanda's truth and her potential. Yes. Ma'am, it's like pink is girls' color and blue is for boys. This is also the perception. Yeah, I hate that. I honestly love blue color and green color. They're the colors that suit me the most. I feel that. I also like white color. I have, I really, I have nothing that's pink except just one formal shirt. Okay. They were shocked by, yes, Corby, they were. Yes, Lyrical Hub. True that. Okay, all right. Next question. Maddie had her own reason to feel embarrassed on occasion when Wanda was teased about her dresses. If you were Maddie, how would you have addressed the situation? So, like, this is obviously a very do-yourself kind of a question, so we shall not discuss this. Explain how wearing a school uniform might have addressed the problems faced by Maddie and Wanda regarding their dresses. Well, I think all of you can easily answer this question because, well, all of you wear a school dress, and a school dress ensures uniformity, right? So the school uniform ensures equality and uniformity. It eradicates any vanity anyone might have because of their wealth or beauty, right? So it also eradicates the possibility of discrimination. Okay. Oh God, what did I do? Oh no, I suddenly erased everything, guys. So, I mean, you understood the points, right? I cannot write all of it again. We don't have the time for it. So, you understand the point that, yes, definitely. Do you like bond color? Corby, there is no bond color. Blue is the color. Okay. Yeah, this way there would have been no discrimination of Wanda's dress. Everyone would be wearing exactly Sayyid. Yes. So, no discrimination, definitely. No discrimination. No vanity being fed. There would be uniformity and equality, right? So there would be all of these things if uniform were to be introduced in schools in America. Okay. Shavni, I can't dictate because I erased all of it by mistake. I have written major points here. And for the other points, why don't you just rewind the video a little bit and you will find everything, all the points that I was writing there. Okay. Because even I don't remember. Yes, not comparison between rich and poor. Exactly. So no discrimination, no comparison. Definitely, that's a good point. We can add it to the list. No comparison, definitely. Just equality, right? There would be no groups. There would be no popular girl because she's rich. If there were someone who was popular, then it would solely be on the basis of his or her own merit and not because of his or her wealth. Okay. All right. Fine. I can write an essay on it, ma'am. Yes, Abha, you definitely can. Ma'am, skin color को English में क्या बोलते हैं? Corby, you call that complexion. Skin color is called complexion. Okay. All right, guys, fine. So we are done with all the questions. And if I'm asking like for the one final time, if you have any doubts, then please ask me. Let's just imagine, for the sake of imagining, that this sad girl is Wanda and she's very heartbroken because of her uh, humiliation that she faces every day, right? It's mortification and she feels under duress. So yeah, if you have any questions for me from this chapter, I can answer them. And if you don't, then we will wrap up the session and we will meet in the grammar session in about 2 minutes. Okay, Abhishek. Yeah, that's good. Everybody can write a paragraph on discrimination for sure. I mean, in India, we face discrimination on many levels. We do. It's rich and poor divide, it's skin color, definitely it's complexion, it's social status, it's your caste, your creed, your religion. So yeah, I mean, India, because it's a diverse country, there are many layers of discrimination embedded. So all of us can definitely write an essay on discrimination. Okay. All right, fine. So if there are no doubts, then I will leave and I will come back in a minute to begin our grammar revision. Okay. Bye bye. See you in 1 minute.